Hey coaches, Nosey here, and I wanted to make this video today because I'm reading this book called Platform, and it's really good. It's actually, I'll give you all the information for it at the end because I actually got to the page that I wanted to talk to you about today. But as a coach, one of the three vital behaviors is personal development. And one of the questions I always ask my coaches when I get them on their Getting Started Right call is, have you ever read personal development before? Do you like to read pretty much? I'll be honest, when I started as a coach, I wasn't a reader and I didn't pick up the latest novel and spend time reading. Unless I was on vacation or pick something up while I was away, I wasn't really spending a lot of time reading any books. So I actually got into audio pretty quickly because every time I was on the national wake up call, I just kept hearing, you have to be listening to personal development or you have to be reading personal development. So I didn't want to cut corners. And I always notice there's times in my business when I'm not doing the personal development piece of the three vital behaviors because it's one of those ones it's really easy to let slip. But this book that I'm reading right now called Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World, is amazing. It pretty much gets someone set up who doesn't have the business mindset right away, understanding in layman's terms so much the mindset you should have starting your own business. And it's very broad, so it can be applied to online marketing. A lot of it's online marketing, and a lot of it is stuff that you can do just not as a coach, but in other businesses as well. So I found this book really easy to read and really easy to get through. It is short chapters, which for me helps me get through the book a little bit quicker. But one of the things that I was just reading about was setting up your branding tools. So that's what I want to focus on in this call because I just think it's so important to get these basics set up and all ready as a new coach, or if you're a seasoned coach, go back and get this stuff set up now. It's not hard to do. So one of the first things he talks about is setting up an email address. And I did this halfway through my business, and I actually recommend my new coaches who sign up to set up a business-only email address. So everything for their business goes to that email. So what happened with me was I was using my personal email, and it just got so crazy and cluttered. And I was sending people emails from, my email was Miss Amaz, and it had nothing really to do with fitness or anything like that. I mean, you could actually think that this was coming from somebody else because it didn't really stick out to me too much. It has my maiden name on it, so it wouldn't have stuck out to anyone who knew who I was meeting. So anyway, to cut the story short here, if you're using your email address, your personal email, and it's like I love my cat, 53 at Yahoo or whatever, something you've been using for a long time, it's time to set up a new email address. Go to Yahoo. Actually, I use Gmail. So go to Gmail, set up a free email address, and go ahead and change all your stuff to send it to that email address. Use that email address whenever you're reaching out to customers. Keep everything in one space, and it really helps you with organization. One of the second things that is a great branding tool right away is setting up your signature in your email. Now, this is something I recently just did, and I've been a coach for a while. So this isn't stuff that, I had set up right away and it was perfect. No, I just now started doing some of this stuff because of this book. So it really had helped me open my eyes, and you would think this is just some of the basic stuff, right? But you don't think about it. So setting up your email address, and the things he was talking about that should be in your email, not address, your email signature is obviously your name, maybe your Facebook page, and your Instagram. You don't want to get too noisy or too crazy. If you have a blog, you can definitely show that. But he even gives an example of his current, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what his current signature looks like in his email. Now that's kind of long. I wouldn't have all of that on mine because that's kind of crazy. And he talks about that. He says don't overdo it. But I would actually definitely, have your Facebook, your personal page, and maybe your Instagram account on there. Third thing he says to getting your business started, and I would maybe say I agree with this about 60%, but it's not something you have to do right away, I would say, is once you get your brand figured out and your name and everything that you want to roll with in the business, is to get some business cards made. Now, the business cards are great if you're going to be putting them in things. I don't personally go around and hand out business cards, but I do have business cards, and I do attach them to any of my mail that I send out, or any of my pamphlets, or any of my Shakeology samples. So it is smart to have that. And you also want to have your email on there, a form of contact. I wouldn't recommend your phone number, but I would do your email, your business email, your Beachbody site, and your Facebook page, whether you're using a like page or your personal page. I actually got some stickers made, and I'll show you those. But my stickers are really cool. And Brian has some made too, but let me show you mine. Okay, here's what mine look like. I have another set of them actually too. I just can't find them. Okay, so mine have, you might not be able to see it, it's kind of blurry, but I have friend me at my Facebook page. And I also have my Shakeology website. Oh, this is actually the Shakeology one. I'm sorry. This is the one I put on my Shakeology samples. And it just says, find yummy Shakeology recipes here. And I put my website for Shakeology. And I also say on that little sticker something about signing up as a coach. So, you know, I could say, do you want 25% off? You can sign up as a coach. So I'm trying to find the other sticker I have to show you guys, but I can't find it. Aha. No. Bummer. They're in here. I don't think I went through them all already, but I did use them a lot, and I thought they were brilliant. So I may have run out of them. Oh, here they are. I have a couple left. Okay. So here's ones that I made that say, friend me on Facebook, like me on my like page, follow me on Instagram, visit me at FitHoots. So these I stick. I kind of started phasing out my business cards, and I started sticking these on things. So you can do it either way. My business cards actually, I think I took a picture of these and put them in the page before. But this is what my business card looks like. And it's kind of blurry there on the bottom, but it has my website, me on Instagram, my fitness page, and my personal page. So those are all on my business card too. I actually got the QR code reader thing where people can just find me right there. That's free. And you can look that up on Google, how to get those. So then if I just give this to someone, if they have a scanner, they can scan it, and it takes them right to my Facebook page. So those are just some things that you can do in the business card sense of the branding of your business. The website. Now, this is a great example because I am just now getting started on working on a website or a blog or whatever it is you want to do. But Facebook is a great spot to meet new people. And they say in the world of social media, your website is your house and Facebook is the living room, the place you spend most of the time, or the kitchen, like where you spend most of your time at. And then you have, the bathroom is Twitter or whatever, each one separated into importance. So Facebook is really important, but they say a website is something to really look into, or a blog. So those are two things for getting your branding. For the basics of branding is thinking about a blog or website, and then social media profiles. So this means, once you have your website, we kind of did it backwards as coaches. A lot of us start on Facebook, and then we build a website, or we go onto Instagram, and we go onto Pinterest, That's how I started. I started with Facebook and then kind of branched out. Some people start with a website and then branch into social media. So what we did as coaches normally is we get into social media and then go into a website. So this talks about your social media profiles, making sure they match up to your website, your Facebook page, that you're not carrying the same content through every single one of them, that you want to give your followers a good purpose to come follow you on a different avenue. That means you're offering different advice or different things or different kinds of pictures there. You don't want to have the same kind of theme on every social media profile you have. So decide kind of how you want to do your Instagram and your Facebook and your Pinterest, and make them all blend together, but make sure you're giving people a reason to want to follow each one separately. So those are the tips for getting your brand set up, setting up your branding tools. I hope it wasn't too crazy. I mean, I'm just going to review them real quick. Number 1 was your email address. Number 2 was your email signature. Number 3 was business cards. And number 4 was website. And number 5 was social media profiles. And I kind of ran through them quickly, and I just got to show you some things. But that is what I picked up in this book. It's amazing. And then you move right on to the next chapter, which talks about your pit crew. You know, so what kind of people, as you grow your business, self-management, you know, what you have to do if you're going to be your own manager, your own boss. What you should do if you're going to look into setting up an assistant, stuff like that. And it gives great resources in here. The chapters end very quickly, so you're moving through it really fast. And it gives you step-by-step how-tos. So again, I want to just let you know that you guys should definitely be paying attention to personal development. And this book, Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World, is an amazing book. I'm trying to show you the picture of it. I'm only 18% through. I had my niece using this before on Easter. Can you tell she had the game pulled up? I don't even know what game that is. Anyway, Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World. That is the book right now. Here's a couple other books that I have picked up and read. GoPro, Slight Edge, Jab, Right Hook. You know, some of these are really good, and you should pick them up and check them out. Yes, a little Duck Dynasty in there. But these are books that I am picking up and reading and checking out daily. So you should have a couple books in your Kindle or in your own library at home that you're reading through and making sure that you're getting the personal development. So that's my video for today, guys. I hope it is going to help you out, and stay tuned for some more. All right, see ya.